do its job.
Wow. So what is that called?
Basically,
Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. It's Octane Ray 392. We're going to be test driving the Jeep Wrangler Rubicon. This thing is awesome. We're here at Savannah North Store in Savannah, Georgia, off of Chatham Parkway. And this is the track. This is our instructor right here. We'll send it over to him right quick so he can give you guys an overview of what we'll be doing today.
hey guys, my name is Jason Wright, right here at Jeep Homeland, part of Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram North Savannah. And we are here, we're going to do a quick test run right here in this 2018 Jeep Wrangler Rubicon. It's going to be a blast. I'm super excited to take you guys along. Come check it out.
All right guys, so now we're in the vehicle and we're going up the first obstacle. So what are some things about this course? And if I'm not mistaken, you created this course, right?
So we actually partnered with the guys at Jeep Jamboree USA to come out and design and build the course. Jeep Jamboree USA is an organization that actually works with Jeep corporate, so FCA North America, to take customers out all over the country on trail rides. So what they do is a lot of new Jeep owners, Jeep enthusiasts, things like that. They have trail rides literally just about every weekend, all throughout the year, all over the country, from California to Maine to Florida, Texas. And they take groups of anywhere between 10 to 20 Jeeps out at a time.
Wow.
Most of the rides are about 3 days. Some of them are as simple as, you meet up at a park or a base camp. And each day you go out and ride, then come back and you have that fellowship time. They have other events, which they call their overlanding events, where they actually go out on a Thursday and they don't come back to civilization until like Saturday afternoon or Sunday morning.
Wow, so that's like they're actually camping.
That's where they camp. That's where you see the rooftop tents. The guys take their own food, take their own water. It gets pretty serious. So yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, that would be a lot of fun. But yeah, we're on top of our first obstacle right now. This is what we call Jeep Mountain. It's about a 30-foot mountain, which doesn't seem like much, but here in Savannah it's actually the second tallest natural at least I think so, but it's a 19-degree incline coming up, and it's 22 degrees going down.
Yeah, because coming up I could just see the sky. I was on a roller coaster, but this thing doesn't have rails on it. And we could tip over. This is pretty legit. Like, I've never been on an actual Jeep course. This is my first time, and just seeing these obstacles from here instead of from the road when I pass by, it's completely different. And like, I'm not a Jeep Wrangler person per se, to where I've been in them and I'm used to these kind of angles. If you're a Jeep person, it's just probably like driving down Acorns on a regular day.
Right.
Oh, this is normal.
So as we head down Jeep Mountain, one of the things that I'm going to do is going to be a little different. Is I'm actually going to put both feet flat on the floor, and I'm going to let the Jeep just take over. So yes, we're about to go down a 22-foot incline.
The part where
right. So I'm going to put both feet flat on the floor, and here we go. The Rubicon is just going to do its job.
Wow. So what is that called?
Basically, because we're in 4 low, really what's going on right now, Jeep itself is just controlling how much torque is going to all the wheels, and also keeping the engine from getting too much forward velocity or anything like that. It's going to stay at a crawl speed. So even going down the hill like that, it's going to catch itself. If for whatever reason you were in a situation like that where it was a longer hill, you did start to get up a little too fast. As you can see, when we got to the bottom, it did kind of pick up a little bit of speed. If you were in a little bit more of a precarious off-road environment, we actually So we're in this is what we call our off-camber turn right here. Yeah, as you can see, we're getting a little sideways.
My wife would be like, "This is how it feels when you go around corners in the car with a baby."
Yeah.
Wow, that is amazing. Like, this is what I like about the Jeep Wrangler. I guess I wasn't a Jeep guy, but when I think about it, this is what I think about when I own one. And I don't see myself doing this every day, but there are Jeep drivers, Jeep owners that literally do this every day. Like, for instance, this is your job.
This is my job. That's right.
And I'm pretty sure you own a Jeep.
I do.
So it's just one of those things, like, it's a cool job to have, you know?
Yeah, I know. I definitely cannot complain any day that you come out and just drive off-road every day, all day long. So,
and if I'm not mistaken, this is our 4th obstacle?
This is our 4th obstacle. Yep, so this is the log crawl right here. We've got a bunch of just huge trees that we've piled up. And again, what this is really showing is the approach and departure angles of all the Jeep products. So you're coming down a pretty steep little incline there coming off the logs, and a lot of vehicles, and you're going to bottom out, either coming up on your approach or coming down on your departure. Now this is our next obstacle. This is what we call our articulation bumps. You're going to see people do a lot of swaying and flexing right here. When we do some footage outside, you'll actually see that suspension really start to flex a good bit. That's a good shot.
Guy's awesome. So, in my experience, that would have been like the one time me and my wife went to New Jersey, and we actually went down a road where dump trucks and stuff stopped. I'm pretty sure they had the pavement to go in the holes, and at the time we were in a Jeep. We were in a Jeep Grand Cherokee, so I'm like, we're good. But it was just funny to see a literal road. This would have been flexing, yeah. I avoided them, but in this, I just went right through them. This, and also, sorry, but
you're fine.
The parts that you have on this Jeep, and if I'm not mistaken, these are all Jeep parts you can get from the dealership.
Yeah.
Vehicle, like
so I took a stock Rubicon, which already has a little bit of a lift over a normal Sport or Sahara model. And a little bit larger tire anyway, but I took this Rubicon, I put a 2.5-inch Terraflex suspension lift on it, so it did get it up just a little bit, and I put a 35-inch mud terrain tire on it as well. That's just going to give me a little bit larger of a footprint as I'm crawling, especially over the rocks and everything, but a little bit more height too. That way I can go through every single part of this, or really every single part of this trail, and not have to worry about any sort of driver input other than just controlling the steering wheel. And that really does a lot for, again, somebody that's really new, that has never done this before. That way, I can take a stock Jeep even through this boulder garden that we're about to go through. These are some big holes, though. So even a stock Jeep without a lift, it can make it, but it's technical. And so if you're not sure what you're doing and you're kind of bouncing through it, I mean, you're gonna bang the frame and you're gonna hit a skid plate or two. It's not gonna tear the Jeep up, but it'll freak some people out. So what I wanted to do is just give it a little bit more of a comfortable ride, a little bit more capability to get through it without having to have somebody worry about all those other things, you know.
And one of the I think it's one of the standard features for the Rubicons in general? Is it called a boulder plate or boulder?
So you do have a skid plate. Yeah, the Rubicon, all the Jeeps do come with skid plates that protect all of your major components, like your fuel tank and whatnot. So, but the Rubicon also has your rock rails, which will protect your pinch seams and your rocker panels going down the sides. I've actually upgraded the rock rails, the stock rock rails here, to an aftermarket company called Rockslide Engineering, which has that power step bar that comes out as well. So it's a fully functioning rock rail, just like a factory Rubicon, but it has that nice automatic step that comes out too. So when you lift it, you need a little extra to get up. And
for our mini-me's to hop in the Jeep.
That's right. So we're about to go through the boulder garden right now. You guys will see on some of the video and the photos here. There's some big holes. Again, photos really just don't do it justice until you're standing out here on it.
Wow.
But I go through it extremely slow, just because I don't like to bounce people around. But you just about could, once again, just put both feet flat on the floor and the Jeep would make it almost all the way through. I just don't like to bounce people around like that.
Yeah, this is for those Jersey drivers on that road. I can't remember the name of that road, but those Jersey drivers on this, no problem. Wow. and this, we're gonna show you guys a walk of the track to show you just how deep some of these obstacles are, and that like this is not like, oh, it's a certain way. Like, no, that was amazing.
And you know, one of the compliments I get off that usually is, one of the compliments when they see it, they're like, man, that was actually pretty smooth going through it. So you think that you're going to be thrown all over the place, but for the most part, that suspension takes so much of the impact. Just finishing up, going over our log bridge right here, which will actually take us back, kind of reverse through the first part of the course. We'll go back through the first part of the course. We'll go back through the smaller little rock crawl right here, which all of the Jeep models can actually do this one. The Renegade, the Compass, the Cherokee, and the Grand Cherokee can all tackle this one. In fact, all of the Jeep models can handle this entire trail, with the exception of that boulder garden we just went through.
Yeah, I figured out more of a standard, at least a standard ride height for internet. Almost like at a roller coaster ride. Yeah. Must be this tall ride.
That's exactly right. What's really kind of cool is we actually had a friend who came out for an event. They had a small 2-inch lift on their Renegade, and they went through that boulder garden, and they made it. They made it. We had about 6 spotters watching them the whole way, and they took it very slow. They made it. Go up.
This is the part that feels like a roller coaster. That click, 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 and then down.
So what I was saying is we were going down the other side. So Jeep actually even has a function called the hill descent assist, or downhill assist control. I guess is really what Jeep's name for it is. So if I take my foot off the brake this time, it's going to hold it up even more than it did before.
I can feel it.
Right? You feel it kind of grabbing?
Yeah.
So this is, if you're in a longer downhill descent and you do start picking up some of that speed, you can actually engage this, and it's that way you're not just riding your brakes all the way down. It's going to kind of just help control that descent all the way down the hill.
And that's something that's slowing down the transmission, or is that something that's making the, I guess, the torque load?
Yeah, a little bit of both. I think I can't remember exactly what the technical part of that is, but I know, yes, it is slowing down the transmission, if I'm not mistaken, and it is actually applying some brake pressure and things like that. So, a combination of both, just to help slow you down. So that says what we'll do. Yeah, we'll swap places and let you drive.
Okay, here we go,
Let's
guys.
do it.
So that's an electric.
Yeah.
And that's the aftermarket?
It is aftermarket. Yes, the step rails that are on here, aftermarket company called Rockslide Engineering, just owned by a really awesome guy, run by just an incredible group of guys. They're based out of Utah, so it's an American-made product, and over the past year or so, they have really just gained some huge market share, especially on the West Coast, just because they make a fantastic product.
Yeah, because like I said, I've still on like Ram trucks, Chevys, with diesels, all that stuff with the step rails.
Yeah.
Got it. They've been going and touring that. Feels a lot more sturdier than any of those rails I've stepped on before.
Absolutely, it's amazing how such a small little piece of metal, can support 600 pounds. I mean, it's designed for 2 big guys to actually get in at the same time and not have any issues. And again, what's really cool is the way that we have it mounted right now. It's still a fully functioning rock rail, but if we were to go somewhere, maybe out west or anywhere where we actually have a lot of rocks, and we're doing some serious rock crawling, there's actually another skid plate you can put on top of it to give it even that much more protection. They're designed to take some abuse.
Wow.
Yeah, I think that's the best part about it, and I think that's one of the reasons they've done so well over the past year. But yeah, it's pretty fantastic.
So yeah, like right now it's just easy sailing with this thing.
Yep.
Like 4-wheel drive, this thing is just.
Yep. You need very little throttle to get up.
It's just going this hill effortlessly, guys. Like siren kind of, I guess.
Yeah. Go back towards you just a little bit.
There you go. That would not be a good video. Well,
no, yeah.
You get a lot of likes, a lot of views. This guy crashed a Jeep on the closed
Might make the news like that guy that drove the Jeep off the 6-story building out in California last week.
What?
Wow. Yeah. It went through in some parking garage. The Jeep went off went through the little wire fence. He was on like the 6th six deck or whatever, this parking garage, drove off, and man, I mean, boom, all the way to the floor. Driver walked away with some scratches.
What?
Yep.
There you go.
Yeah,
Jeep just
that's
sold.
right. I know.
Jeep just sold some Jeeps.
That's right.
So now, is there a function on here? There's a front camera. Is that an option to have?
It is an option. So on the new 2020 Gladiators, they actually have a trail cam, which is mounted into the front. There are some aftermarket companies as well, though, that do make some of those things. For instance, if you do have the upgraded 8.4-inch screen with the navigation, you can actually invest in like your Alpine. Alpine actually makes a trail cam that'll work with that.
Wow,
which is really neat.
Holy, like, see, me naturally, I have my foot on the brake walking this thing because
it's your instinct. I mean, that's what. Yeah.
He literally just showed me I can go down that without my feet flat on the ground, and there's a button here I can push to make that so much easier. But it's kind of like the Tesla stuff, like, oh, just let it drive by itself. Let your hands go.
I'm good.
I gotta have a finger on the steering wheel, something.
Yeah, I love to drive too much. I don't do all this. I don't do this assisted stuff. So this is our smaller rock crawl right here again. This is all of our Jeep models can do this part.
And you can hear the confidence of the suspension working,
right,
and the frame just stout. And this is the other part where I'm.
Here we go.
Oh my god.
Here we go.
I don't get in trouble if we flip this, right?
It won't flip. You're good. Wow. I know it feel like it, but it won't.
You know, with power and everything, people like miles per gallon.
Yeah.
With the Jeep is literally like, I guess, miles per angle.
Yeah.
Hill or something like that.
Miles per obstacle.
There you go. Miles per obstacle.
I'll tell you what, yeah. Because every time we do it, it's, I mean, you know, you're a little nervous going into it, but you're excited. You got that adrenaline rush.
Yeah.
You get through it. Now you want to go see if you can do something bigger, badder, better.
Yeah, this is like, you want to. I'm just doing what I did in the military, and I like literally crawling.
Just crawling.
And just,
that's what it's all about.
Just feeling that. And with the four-wheel drive, all that stuff, like it's made to take a pounding, I'm assuming.
Absolutely. It's a fantastic. The Rubicon actually has what they call a rock track four-wheel drive system, which gives you that super low crawl, crawl ratio. So again, a lot of torque going to the wheels, a lot of power to just be able to pull itself along with very little driver input. You know, that's the best part about this course too. One of my favorite things about the course is that, you know, I've had guys come out and ask me questions like, well, what's the fastest anybody's ever made it through? I'm like, that's not the point. You know,
those are Rangers.
Yeah, I mean, those are. Yeah.
I know because I am. And I would.
But the best part about it is being able to get behind the wheel and really let the Jeep do all the work. I mean, you know, just watching this machine conquer these obstacles, I mean, that's so cool and it's so impressive.
Oh yeah, it's a store-bought vehicle. People, this used to be something only exclusive to the military.
Absolutely.
So, and then you had to have like, it's just dumping. Those things were terrible on the road. Like, you can do this, go to the grocery store. Yep. And
it took a lot of skill when you were out on the trail to get over obstacles and things like that. But now with the technology that you have, I mean, you've got people who've never done anything like this able to go out and have a good time because the machine does the work for you, you know.
Yeah, it's doing it a lot right now.
Yeah,
like,
absolutely.
Wow, this thing, I just remember there's like two like very pointy rocks.
Yeah, but you're good. You took the right line. If you go too far to the right, that big pointy rock is going to get your differential up front. So.
Thing we avoided that one. which the Jeep could have took anyways.
Yeah,
but
it can handle it. It's got a nice protective cover on it, but you know, you don't want to do it over and over every single day.
Oh no, there is wear and tear, guys.
That's right.
It's not Terminator, and even that guy ended up biting the bullet just a lot of years later. But yeah, this thing is comfortable. Also, I'm 6'2", and I fit in it fine. Legroom, everything. Like, it was the same setting that you had.
Yep.
It's just the legroom up front in this Jeep. As I test drove the Gladiator as well.
Yep.
Last weekend, and it was awesome. Same legroom. Like, the way they designed this Jeep, it's awesome. Like,
it is.
Not saying through 7'2", 7'3".
Yeah, might be a little tight, but
yeah, you need some little adjustments. No back seat, it's fine.
That's right. They've really done a great job with the new models. The ride and comfort for a daily driver has really just increased, and that's one of the reasons that Jeep is having just record sales.
Oh yeah, I've seen a lot of these, and then the colors too.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That bikini
Pearl. Yep.
Bikini Pearl. That one's awesome.
Yep. Which actually is it probably will be. It more than likely will be discontinued after this year, after 2021 or after 2020. Excuse me. But that mojito color was actually just discontinued. So if you like those the green mojito color, you better get it while they're on the lot now.
You heard them.
That's right.
Then what's the thing with the Moab? That just had a cool name to it.
Yeah.
Being in the military, that's just
yep.
fantastic.
Right. It is in reference not to the weaponry, but
it's
the Moab, Utah.
Yeah. Utah, yeah.
Correct. Yeah, it is based off that. It was a package that was kind of about halfway between your sport mode or your sport model, sport trim level, and the Rubicon. So it gave you some of those kind of off-road features that a lot of customers may want to have without upgrading to the big Rubicon and paying all that premium for that. So,
and that's a cool name too.
Yeah, it really is.
Man,
it was a good package. It was a really good package.
Wow.
Jeep is actually.
I literally feel like if I were to, it just feels like this thing is about to come back.
But it's amazing. I mean, it just crawls right up. I mean, you don't. There's no hesitation, no tire spin, no nothing.
Yeah, that's another thing too. It's wet, guys.
Yeah,
like,
it is. It's been raining.
Yeah, it's been raining a long time, and it cleared up luckily this morning, so
thank goodness.
We can get out here. But I'm pretty sure the Jeep would have still been able to do it.
Yep.
And
yeah,
that's
absolutely
can. The Jeep Wrangler Rubicon.
Jeep Wrangler Rubicon
is awesome. And now I'm gonna try, guys.
There you go.
I just seen him do it, so it shouldn't be a problem. So do I push it now, or
you can go ahead and engage it now, and then
I just let it roll forward.
Let it roll forward. It'll handle the rest of it.
This is my fall technique, or my trust fall.
That's right.
This is my trust fall, guys. I'm doing my Jeep trust fall right now. Oh my god.
I know. Resist the temptation.
I had to literally hit my feet back. I swear, smiles per obstacle.
Yeah, that's right.
We're calling it today.
That's
I don't know
right.
if it's been done
it.
already.
I like it.
Smiles per obstacle.
Smiles per obstacle.
When you get a Jeep, hashtag smiles per obstacle.
Way too cool.
Wow. And so now that we're at the bottom.
Really, at this point, usually what I do, I just hit that and then just maybe get a little gas and it'll automatically disengage. So
nice.
But so we just got through with a more of a crawl speed. A lot of these obstacles are meant for crawling. This is what the Rubicon is known for. If you guys have been watching what's going on, or if you haven't, so the Gladiator has been a huge hit ever since the release a year ago, and FCA has just announced within the past couple of weeks that there's a new package coming out for the Gladiator called the Mojave. And the Mojave is going to take it up a notch. So nice. It is meant to be more of a true off-the-shelf Baja runner versus a crawler. So while the Rubicon has all the advantages for getting out and crawling up a trail, the new Mojave Gladiator is actually going to have all the capabilities to get out and hit a desert trail at 55, 65, 70 miles an hour.
Wow.
And it's got incredible shocks and suspension straight from the factory. It's actually going to have a brand new Fox, I think it's a 2.5-inch bypass shock, which is going to be the state of the art. It's truly incredible. Which is going to be it's going to be really, really cool to get out and see how that performs. But yeah, all intents and purposes of that Mojave Edition is to be able to get into your Gladiator straight off the dealership lot, take it out into a desert type of scenario, or even a dirt road like a fire road, and open it up, because it's got a little bit higher crawl speed as well, so you can actually engage 4-low and get up to I believe it's I can't remember. You get additional miles per hour. I can't remember exactly what it is off the top of my head. In 4-low.
I know military 4-low was just like
it is a crawl, but you even have in your 4-high. I believe you can actually get up to like 55 miles an hour in 4-high as well. So it's just designed for more of that desert running, that trail running. So a lot of fast speeds and things like that. Really cool package. If you haven't seen it yet, definitely check it out. The wrap dash on
this thing is also decked out. So while you're going over those boulder obstacles, if you're in Jersey, that road, I can't remember that road, but if you go over that, you can go over in style, comfort, and this trim level, the touch screen, all the gadgets in here, and then you have auxiliary ports here, or auxiliary buttons to hook up lights, winches, all the stuff from Jeep.
Absolutely. So yeah, one of the packages that this specific model has is the trailer tow and auxiliary package. They do combine that together. You get the trailer hitch, you get the 700 I'm already just drawing blanks everywhere. You get a more heavy duty battery, you get a little bit better alternator, you get all your wiring harnesses and everything already installed, but you also get 4 auxiliary switches right here up in your dash from factory. The nice part about this is the fact that you have 2 30 amp switches and 2 15 amp switches, and you have connection points both inside, right up here, up underneath the glove compartment on the passenger side. So you have something right here inside the cabin. You also have connector points right next to the battery up underneath the hood. So if for whatever reason, let's say for instance, you're wanting to hook up a winch, you can hook it up to one of your 30 amp switches straight up by your battery right up here. But if you wanted to put something inside, like maybe some accent lighting or anything like that here inside the vehicle, or even like an air compressor for lockers or for airing up and down tires, things like that, you can actually you can actually wire that into your switches right here up inside the cabin without having to go through the firewall.
So it's literally plug and play.
Plug and play, so absolutely.
They have made this Jeep versatile as ever. I'm not sure if that's something a new feature or an easier feature with the newer models. But I've seen Jeeps over time. You're him and me, period. You've seen Jeeps, and now I just have a much more respect for these when I see them. And now I look at them how I look at Charger Hellcats. Like, I know about those, and I know, like, when I see one, I'm just in awe because I know everything that car is capable of. Now when I see the Jeep Wrangler, period, and the Rubicon and above, like, I'll look at them now with much more respect, and knowing that that's a different type of automobile person. And this is just amazing. Like, everything in here, like, it's stitched, everything. I want to say it, I hate to say it, but it's nicer than my Charger in some aspects of the trim level, the extra detail to certain things, how they made a lot of functionality look very seamless in the interior. The finish of it, the ruggedness, the versatility, like all this, as you know, comes off, and the recess. I just like the way they had the speakers, and I know they did have more for functionality, but that would be pretty cool if they were able to put the speakers like that in cars, or just where it's more acoustic for that purpose. But they got it right. But I would just love to see an option for that, like to have tweeters or just
up in the hood. Absolutely.
Up in the roof and stuff. That's awesome. But thanks guys for tuning in to test drive. And once again, you can come here, North Savannah, off Chatham Parkway, to come try out this awesome track. If you own a Jeep, just come hit up the guys at Jeep Homeland Savannah and have fun.
Absolutely. Thanks guys.
Later. that was the test drive of the Jeep Wrangler Rubicon at this awesome track here at Jeep Homeland, Savannah. Thanks again to you guys at Savannah for partnering with me to do this test drive. It is awesome, and as you can see, this step rail is holding me. Let's just say I'm 250 pounds plus. I'm not going any further than that. You can guess my weight. Just know I'm not light. So, see you guys next time. Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed that video. If you did, here's some more videos you can check out. Before you do that though, hit the subscribe button and also the notification bell so this way you're notified when we post out awesome new content. Go Jags!